Hello students, so coming back to chapter number 2, that is biological classification. In this video class, we will discuss about the important features of kingdom Protista. Okay. Now let's see some important features of kingdom Protista. So this Protista, it include all eukaryotic organisms which are unicellular. That means if the organism is unicellular and if they possess eukaryotic cell, then that organism will belong to kingdom Protista. And this kingdom Protista, they have diverse mode of nutrition, like some are photosynthetic and some are heterotrophic. And some Protista, they have unique type of nutrition. That means they have mixotrophic type of nutrition. That means some Protista have double or dual nutrition. Okay. And these Protista, they are mainly found in aquatic habitat and they form floating bodies. And these floating bodies are known as plankton. And this plankton can be phytoplankton or it can be zooplankton. And they also possess structure that will help in their locomotion, just like flagella or cilia. Okay. Now coming to reproduction, these Protista, they reproduce by asexual or bisexual method. So these are the important features of kingdom Protista. Aduna Protista haitardi kana include togera kanta ngasagi eukaryotic organism singdo. Kamba eukaryotic organism hakana which are unicellular. Oitadi eukaryotic unicellular then they belong to kingdom Protista. Aduga moida leba nutrition se autotroph oibsu yai, heterotroph oibsu yai natraga mixotrophy haitadi autosu heterosu oiba ngam haitare ko double nutrition leba aduma kangu su yauribo. Aduga moi se mainly aquatic habitat fangi aduga moi floating bodies form dawi adugi floating bodies to we call it plankton. Plankton se ani lakani phytoplankton. If I say phytoplankton, they can synthesize their own food. Amana kanano zooplankton, which cannot synthesize their own food. Aduga aquatic habitat lairabanina moida locomotory movement over the matin pan of structure yomba yaiba in the form of cilia natraga in the form of kanano flagella hamnikom. Aduga reproduce obana sexually natraga asexually tobusu yaiba. So these are the important features of kanagi kingdom Protista. Okay. And this Protista, it can be divided into how many groups? It can be divided into 5 groups like chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglonoids, slime mold, and protozoa. Okay, and we will discuss this group one by one. Now let's see some important features of chrysophytes. So these chrysophytes, they are mainly represented by diatom and desmite. These chrysophytes are usually photosynthetic and mainly found in marine habitat. And as these diatom are photosynthetic and found in aquatic habitat, they represent one of the main producer in aquatic habitat. And in diatom, overlapping cell wall is present, and this cell wall is made up of silica, and this silica is considered to be indestructible. And as the cell wall is made up of this silica, a large amount of cell wall get deposited after the death of the diatom. And this is because after the death of the diatom, all the body part will be decomposed except this cell wall, which is made up of silica. And the point here is that the accumulation of this cell wall is known as diatomaceous art, and this diatomaceous art, it can be used for polishing as well as for filtration. Okay, and we also know that this diatom is their photosynthetic. They represent the zip or main producer in the water bodies. So this is about important features of chrysophytes. Now, chrysophyte haitardi kanana usually represent to gay herkanda diatom desmite represent we have any moi photosynthetic oigani aquatic habitat laikani aduna aquatic habitat kidi moina kanatare main producer oigani habitat cell wall yaugani sigi cell wall se they form overlapping cell ko akoigi soap cake ki type das overlapping cell and same gani aduga hariba cell walls it is made up of silica or silica d akoi breakdown to ngamde aduna diatom sina sirakanda ka dogan hakanda my whole body part to decompose of patarsu the cell wall will remain aduna mana sirum tungda sigi cell wall sigi accumulation lakne and that accumulation of this cell wall is known as diatomaceous art havene adu si se akoi khara gritty oigane grege la aduna ma se ka filtration plus polishing to be used to be yagani havene sina kaina no chrysophyte ki main features or next come to dinoflagellates. So this is another group of Protista which are mainly characterized by the presence of two flagella as the name indicates. And some important features of dinoflagellates are they are mostly marine and they are photosynthetic. That means they can synthesize their own food. Cell wall is present which is mainly made up of cellulose, and it is divided into plates. And this dinoflagellate, they are of different color based on the types of pigments which is present in their body. So they can be either yellow, green, brown, blue, or red in color. And this dinoflagellate, they possess two flagella, one longitudinally and one transversely between the plate which is present in the cell wall. And one particular dinoflagellus by the name Gownia olex, they divide rapidly and it covers the whole surface of the water body, and this make the water body red in color, and this condition is known as red tide. That means one particular dinoflagellus by the name Gownia olex, it can causes red tide. So these are some important features of dinoflagellates. Aduna dinoflagellates haiter magi unique character se kino kanda presence of two flagella ni. Amana longitudinally present hoigani, amana transversely sinaklaida cell wall ki karak taite cell wall se present oi, aro haiba cell wall se they are divided into plates, adugi plate tugi karak yaugane, aduga moise mainly marine habitat laigani, aduga photosynthetic oi, aduga moise different color lakani ko, adu haiba color se karigi makha pon ge kanda ammonium ba pigment adu makha pon gani. Aduna particular dinoflagellate we red dinoflagellus by the name Gownia olex hai se sina kadawangam gi kanda mana rapidly divide roga water body se para fully cover to bangam aduna yen kanda water body se will be red in color, or sigi condition se red tide ka on hang exam da red tide holiba karwa dinoflagellus to kana no ka hang bayane. So this is about dinoflagellates. Next come to eugleinoids. So this is another group of Protista which is characterized by having dual nutrition. Okay, and these eugleinoids are mainly found in freshwater habitat. Cell wall is absent, but instead of the cell wall, a protein layer known as pellicle is present, and because of the presence of this pellicle, the body of eugleinoid will be flexible. They also possess two flagella, one short and one long. Not only that, they also possess chlorophyll A, which is present in higher plant, and because of presence of chlorophyll A, they are able to perform photosynthesis in presence of light. But in absence of light, they behave like heterotrophic organism. That means organisms which are included under eugleinoid, they have dual or double nutrition. That means they can also perform photosynthesis in presence of light, and they behave like heterotrophic organism in absence of light. Aduna eugleinoid hakanda magi unique character se kena kanda eugleinoid belong to organism sing se double nutrition legane or dual nutrition. Haibadi in presence of sunlight they can perform photosynthesis. Aduga sunlight se available oitrakanda heterotroph in atop organism depend to busungam gani. So this is the unique character. Sigi matakta moi freshwater habitat fangani cell wall yor moroi cell wall simota flexible oiba pedicle protein semba pedicle have layer yamani, aduga moidusu flagella present oi one short and one long. Okay, adusina kino important features of eugleinoid. And one more important point, haying exam the organism and view which have double nutrition akanda you cannot give eugleinoid, because eugleinoid is a group of organism. Here you have to give euglena. Okay, organism pu haitadi you have to give euglena, group pu hagana you can give eugleinoid. Okay, and next come to slime mold. So this slime mold, this is the consumer decomposer type of Protista, and they are mainly saprophytic and feeds on dead and decaying organic matters. And this slime mold, during favorable condition, they form an aggregation known as plasmodium, and this plasmodium, it is a wall-less multinucleated protoplasm. Okay, and during unfavorable condition, what happens, the plasmodium differentiate to form fruiting bodies which contain spore. Okay, and these spores are surrounded by spore wall, and when these spores are released, it can give rise to new slime mold. And this slime mold usually reproduced by fragmentation, spore formation, and even through sexual reproduction, mainly by fusion of gametes. So these are the important character of slime mold. Our slime mold say akoina karama kangu ne na akoina consider ke kanda consumer decomposer type mamang tamkiba chrysophytes dinoflagellus eugleinoid to kana moina photosynthetic type of Protista ne slime molds na consumer decomposer type of Protista ide moise profile ni aduna dead and decaying organic matter depend tabe aruga moise ke do kanda favorable condition da fruiting bodies aggregation of form to adugi aggregation hena plasmodium kawi hyper plasmodium se wall yaudi multinucleated structure level aduga unfavorable condition da plasmodium na kari form torkane kanda fruiting bodies form torkane outgrowth kumbai tare sigi fruiting bodies ka yakani spore yakani aduga spore do cell wall na enclose ogani aduna kadore unfavorable condition na thupidine aduna hai favorable condition la kanda sigi spore se germinate roga anova slime mold produce ogam aduga slime mold se fermentation spore formation even sexual reproduction through the reproduced ogam. So these are the character of slime mold. Next come to protozoan. So in earlier system of classification, this protozoan were studied under kingdom Animalia because they have heterotropy mode of nutrition. But being unicellular, these protozoan are now studied under kingdom Protista. And these protozoan are now categorized into 4 groups. One is amoeboid protozoan, one is flagellated protozoan, one is ciliated protozoan, one is sporozoan. Now come to amoeboid protozoan. These are the protozoans which are found in freshwater, seawater, moist soil, and they show amoeboid-like movement with the help of pseudopodia. That means they can move with the help of pseudopodia. There is finger-like projection. Example, you can give amoeba. Next come to flagellated protozoa. So these are either free living or parasitic, and they have flagella also. And parasitic form of flagellated protozoan can cause disease like sleeping sickness. And this is caused by one organism known as trypanosoma. Next come to ciliated protozoa. So these are protozoa which are actively moving organism because of the presence of thousands of cilia, and they have a cavity that open to the outside of the cell surface. Okay, and example you can give paramecium. Okay, now last come to sporozoa. So these include organisms having infectious spore-like stages in their life cycle. For example, you can give plasmodium. Aduna am simple oibani protozoan se ahambagi early system of classification di kingdom Animalia da koina study tor karigino harakanda di moise heterotropy type nutrition level adu hojiti moise unicellular oiba maramna moise tonganba kingdom amada study tore, that is protozoa. And protozoa group marilay ahambada amoeboid protozoa saisa include organism singcd pseudopodia finger like projection form tongam neba. You can give amoeba or entamoeba. Flagellated protozoan sukrano free living or parasitic form ni moida flagella yarongani aduga sigi group cd akoi lenam thomangami sleeping sickness haiba mako kanana trypanosoma haiba organisms na. Next is ciliated. Ciliated di kedo kana moise moving organism ne kaigina kan my whole body surface se kanana support romani ciliana aduga moida opening am yawi ko aduga sigi se akoi krai phangya kana paramecium ko magi whole body surface da ka cilia ya kai phangani paramecium da mondo opening am surangani. And last one is sporozoa. Says that include to HT kanana kan ko spore produce bo kangu to ko aduga magi infectious with spore stages produce umba. Example that you can give plasmodium. Plasmodium ni kanano malarial parasite. So this is about protozoan. Okay. And this brings me to the end of this class. So today in this class we have learned about the important features of kingdom Protista, and hope you can understand each and every point. And thank you very much for your attention.